Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be ranking the newest 20 gadgets in the game. So as you guys probably know, there's been a few new gadgets which have near enough completely broken the meta. So I'm just going to be giving you guys my thoughts on what gadgets to pick up if you've seen in the shop, and then also the gadgets to avoid that really don't make a difference with these brawlers. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So just before we get into today's video, G Fuel is now 30% off all the way up until the 7th of December when using code SPEN at the checkout. So if you're looking to get some G Fuel, now is the best time. So coming in at number 1 as the best new gadget in the game, and for sure the best gadget in the game at the moment, it is Brock's new gadget, Rocket Fuel. So this gadget, if you guys haven't seen it already, is absolutely insane. With Brock's next attack, his rocket is bigger, faster, explodes with a larger radius, and it actually destroys walls and deals 100% more. So that's like 5 buffs to his normal rocket. It's absolutely insane what you can do from spawn out of this. Brock is used in every single game mode. One of the best brawlers right now. It's completely changed the way you can actually play him. 3k damage is insane, especially off a spawn in Brawl. You know, you can select your gadget straight away and just deal 3k to an opponent. It's so hard to actually miss this rocket. I know you guys make fun of me. I've actually missed this gadget quite a few times, and even Chief Pat can hit a rocket with this gadget. It's insane. Game modes like Siege, you can just break open walls. In Heist, you can just break open lane, and it completely changes the way the meta is played. And in competitive, Brock probably is the highest pick rate brawler in the entire game. So the second best newest gadget in the game is going to be Colt's new gadget, Flying Hook. As I said, I couldn't really pick between the top 3 because all of them just changed the way completely the brawlers that play, and just completely broken. But this one is just completely insane. It changes the way he's played. As I said, in game modes like Siege, you can use his gadget to collect the first bolt, and Colt was never ever seen in competitive in terms of Siege, but now he's always used because it's really vital to get that first bolt. And then in Heist, a lot of the times he's used because you can use it to get across the lakes in Safe Zone and Kaboom Canyon. You can use it for really good pressure and just a really good gadget overall. In Gem Grab, you can use it to be really aggro on the gem carrier. And in Brawl, you can use it to score solo goals, and especially with bounty as well, you can use it to collect the mid stars. So this gadget is just insane on every single game mode. You can actually use this gadget in combination to make the perfect build. You can choose whether you want to be really aggro with a super, or you can choose whether to be really passive and use his power throw star power as well. So I feel like Colt is literally the perfect brawler with this gadget in play. So number 3 is B with her new gadget, Rattled Hive, and actually couldn't decide between the top 3 because all 3 of these gadgets are absolutely broken at the moment. These 3 gadgets completely decide the meta in my opinion, and B's is just absolutely insane for pressure. So B's gadget, if you didn't know, B unleashes 3 angry bees that circle away from her, dealing more damage the further away they get, and they can deal up to 1000 damage. So a lot of people say, oh, it's easy to dodge. You can just run away from the gadget himself, but just the gadget and the pressure alone just dictates the way Brawl is played a lot of the time. So you can just press this gadget and just walk up to enemies dealing, as I said, 3k, and you can do that across the board. So potentially you can deal up to 9000 damage without doing a single thing. You could be standing behind a wall in Brawl and you can be dealing so much damage. It allows, as I said, for so much pressure. Enemies have to run back or run towards it. They have to near enough concede. You have to decide whether you wanted to concede a small amount of damage or concede or have the risk of conceding 3000 damage. It's absolutely insane. If you guys haven't got this gadget, now's the best time to pick it up. So at number 4, it is Colt with his new gadget, Silver Bullet. This gadget has completely changed the way that Colt is played. He's actually a viable brawler in some competitive maps and modes now, especially in ladder. Colt has been needing some love for a very long time, and this gadget is completely broken. 3100 damage. It can actually go through certain brawlers. It goes through walls as well, destroying them. It's absolutely insane what you can do with this gadget. A lot of times it catches people off guard. You know, 3.1k, that can nearly one-shot a spike. It can actually one-shot a tick as well. It just makes him such a more competitively viable brawler, and I'm excited to see how Colt is used in the future. So coming in at number 5 is Bali with his new gadget, Herbal Tonic. This is such an OP gadget, especially in his best mode, Siege. So if you guys didn't know, Bali actually tosses out 3 different bottles which can heal 500 per second for 5 seconds. So when you think about it, that is 7500 healing in 5 seconds across your team, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. A lot of times if Bali is actually running the other gadget on the enemy team, you're going to be winning the matchups so much easier. You can just stay in that little puddle and just heal just so quickly. It's insane. At number 6 is Dynamite with his new gadget, Satchel Charge. I'm in love with this gadget because without this gadget, Dynamite would be an unusable brawler near enough. His other gadget is absolutely trash. And this gadget actually makes him viable in game modes like Siege, Heist. A lot of times you can catch people off guard, especially with the gadget glitch when you go out of bush and back into it and then out again. People actually don't see a gadget, like a little gadget icon above your head. So you can catch a lot of people off guard. A lot of times if you actually stun people for 1.5 seconds, you can finish off a kill pretty easily, especially when you combine this with his super. You're going to get a load of damage on a lot of different brawlers. So coming in at number 7 is Piper with her new gadget, Homemade Recipe. And this is such a strong gadget, even with the recent nerf that they introduced with it. This is one of my favorite gadgets in the game. I mean, in the sense that because I'm a Piper main, it's really good at finishing off kills. But at the same time, it's really annoying because a lot of the times you could just pop the gadget and guarantee yourself like up to 2.9k damage near enough with ambush combined. It's really good in the Piper 1v1 situations. If the other Piper hasn't got that gadget, if she's got the other one, you're going to be winning that matchup near enough all of the time. All you need is a quick one snipe, and then you can just basically auto aim the other gadget and guarantee yourself a next hit and finish off a lot of different brawlers. This is such an OP gadget. So number 8 is Brawl with his new gadget, Stomper, and I absolutely love this gadget. It's probably my favorite gadget in the game because of how fun it is, especially in game modes like Brawl. We can make some amazing plays. The thing with Brawl, both his gadget actually have like a surprise factor with it. You've got either the Ball's about to die, you could pop his heal gadget and he can stay alive, but with this one you can just get so many clutch situations, especially with the gadget. You actually stun people for 1.5 seconds as well. That's such an underrated aspect about his gadget because it enables him to get closer to enemies and finish them off, deal more damage, and I feel like this is such a strong gadget. So number 9 it is Mortis with his new gadget, Survivor Shovel. So this is the better gadget from Mortis for sure. Near enough all pro players actually use this one, but then again his other gadget's really good as well. But this gadget makes it so for the next 4 seconds Mortis actually reloads faster. The reason why I like this in comparison to its other one is because you can actually charge your super from normal Mortis shots, whereas with the other one you actually can't. So it's really good. It's actually really good on game modes like Bounty or even like Brawl. You know, you're trying to score a goal much quicker. You can pop that gadget and get all them extra dashes, making you move faster, making you more mobile. So coming in at number 10 is 8-Bit with his new gadget, Extra Credits. So this gadget enables him to shoot 18 projectiles with his next attack, which is absolutely insane, especially on game modes like Siege and Heist. On non-moving objects, it's absolutely crazy. It's also got on Brawl, just checking lanes, just making sure people can't go past that lane. It was insane damage, especially when you combine this with his turret together. I feel like it's a really underrated gadget, and once 8-Bit becomes a bit better in the meta, this is going to be such a strong gadget. So number 11 is Crow with his new gadget, Slowing Toxin. This actually slows brawlers for 3.5 seconds, which is a really long time when you think about it. And there's actually 3 gadgets in comparison to Crow's other gadget, which you only have 2 of. To be honest, it depends on your playstyle with Crow. A lot of people who I've spoke to actually prefer this gadget other than the shield one. You know, me personally, I prefer Crow's shield one because you can play a lot more aggressively. But on the longer range maps, you can get some really good value out of this gadget, especially in combination with other brawlers that deal a load of damage, because slowing them for 3.5 seconds is such a huge feature. So coming in at number 12 is Nita with her new gadget. So I was really split whether to put this a bit higher. I just feel like a lot of times I still use Nita's old gadget, so that's why it's not as high on her rankings. But it's actually a pretty good gadget. For 3 seconds, Nita's bear has a 35% shield damage reduction, and it can be really good in game modes like Siege and Heist. But to be honest, Nita's not in a good place, and inside of Siege and Heist, Nita isn't really that good. Her best mode by far is Brawl, and that's where the stun gadget comes into play the most, and that's why I really don't rate this gadget too highly. So at 13 it is Max with her gadget, Sneaky Sneakers. When this gadget first came out, a lot of people in the community thought this was a really good one and better than her other gadget, but after a couple of weeks of playtesting, this gadget I don't feel like is really that good and not really too much suited to Max. You know, at the start people weren't really used to this gadget, but after 4 seconds you teleport back to your old spot. It can be good in certain situations. In gem grab it could be okay, but I just feel like the other gadget for Max is really good. So if you're looking to pick up this one, I'd rather pick up the other Max gadget. So number 14 is Jessie with her gadget, Recoil Spring. So Recoil Spring doubles the attack speed of Scrappy for 5 seconds. I feel like this is a good gadget in game modes like Heist and Siege. You can absolutely shred a Siege boss, and it also can shred a Heist safe as well. It's a really good gadget, to be honest. It's just not as better as the other new gadgets in the game. And also I like to use Jessie's other gadget in game modes like Brawl and Gem Grab, and that's where Jessie is used most. So at number 15 it is Sprout with his new gadget, Transplants. I feel like this gadget is actually really good, especially in game modes like Siege. You can basically solo defend a bot with this Sprout gadget, and also in a lot of game modes like Gem Grab and even on sneaky fields as in the gameplay. You can block off a lot of the map, providing some really good value, but in reality, a lot of times with Sprout, the other gadgets is going to be much better, hence this being one of the worst new gadgets in the game, because I feel like it doesn't actually serve as a replacement to his other gadget. At number 16, it is Bo with his gadget Tripwire. So this used to be the best gadget in the game, and now it's one of the worst gadgets in the game, especially out of the new gadgets. It's got a 1.5-second delay now, activating all of his mines. I feel like most of the time, the other one's just going to be a lot better. In Brawl, I'd say Tripwire is probably the only game mode where these mines, where Tripwire is actually good in, because, for example, you could throw the mines onto the goal area, breaking up the goal and scoring a goal at the same time in combination with someone else, you know, shooting it into the goal. Sometimes you can get good value out of it if you predict well enough, or if an enemy's dumb enough to walk into the mines. But for every other game mode, I feel like the Totem gadget is much better. So coming in at number 17, it is Daryl with his gadget Tar Barrel. I feel like this one can have a lot of potential to be a good gadget. When this first came out, I just straight away felt like it wasn't a good gadget at all, especially with the other one being so good in game modes like Heist and Siege, where Daryl's actually played the most. And even in Brawl, this one's just not really the best. To be honest, I only play it for a little bit of fun. It is a really fun gadget to slow people and get a lot more damage, because you can get them closer. You can also slow the Siege boss as well. I feel like the other gadget is just way better in every single scenario. Hopefully, a buff for this would just be like a radius increase, or even a length in the amount of time it slows people. So coming in at number 18, it is Penny with her gadget Captain Compass. So this gadget's been out for a while now, but I still feel like this is the best gadget for Penny, but it just shows how like useless Penny's gadgets are, to be honest. I only seem to get value out of this gadget is when there's a really aggro brawler coming towards you. You can pop the gadget. There's 5 cannonballs actually come out of the turret, and with the balls of fire star power, you can actually get a little bit of damage, so you can get a little bit of value. But I just seem like most of the times I'm always saving gadgets, always have a couple of gadgets until the end of the game, and I just never really see true value from this gadget. At number 19, it is El Primo's gadget Asteroid Belt. So El Primo is one of the worst brawlers in the game, and this gadget just really doesn't suit him, in my opinion. A lot of the times the brawlers that counter him need an open map, and this gadget just opens up the map even more. It does deal 2000 damage. It can be good for pressure sometimes. You know, when it first came out, I actually thought it was a good gadget, but now it just opens up the map for brawlers like B, Colette to just absolutely wipe the floor with Primo. So coming in at number 20, it is sadly Clay Pigeon. So I like to make a big meme out of this gadget because of how bad it is. I like to say it's good, but in reality, it's really not good. A lot of the times, you don't even manage to like connect with the gadget, so you're going to end up wasting a lot of these gadgets, not even getting any damage. And then if you're even connecting, a lot of the times I just get about 420 damage, 840 damage. It's literally nothing in comparison to a lot of these other gadgets in the game, and you just don't seem to get a lot of value with it. Right guys, it's going to be the end of today's video. Let me know what you think of the list below. As I said, I've consulted quite a few pros for this list, and a lot can actually change, and a lot of it can be personal opinion, but I feel like the top 3 especially of just absolutely insane gadgets. They're the best gadgets in the game, and the new gadgets as well. So if you guys see these, if you see these gadgets in the shop, you need to get them 100%. They're completely broken. We're going to get nerfed soon for sure. So the quicker you pick them up, the quicker you push these brawlers, the better. So if you guys like the video, make sure to smack a like on it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe guys, and I'll see you guys next time.